Next up tonight we've got Chris from the Archer Project. I'm so looking forward to this, Chris. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Give it up for Chris, everyone.
My name is Chris, and it's wonderful to be invited here this evening. I'll keep this introduction short. I'm a poet, and I'm going to share my poem titled Journey, and then going to have a wee chat about it with some of the topics within. This is the story of a journey, and it's one we have needed to tell, and it highlights our inherent judgments, and its subject is heaven and hell. This is the story of a journey, and it's the story of a plundered youth. This is the story of a journey, and the consequence of abuse. This is the story of a creation, but not from a power above. This is the story of a creation that wasn't an act of love. How an innocent was taken to be shaped by darkest hands. His pleading little prayers, God was absent of his plans. This poor tiny helpless precious human, he never really stood a chance. To live a life devoid of love and live with daily fear. Every single day a torment of every single drawn out year. Helpless and alone, his soul was left to die. This poor love-craving child, this poor lost little boy. For 13 years he buried his fears in acceptance of his fate. His fear it turned to anger. His anger turned to hate. And as the dark consumed him, this poor boy fell in love, and he thought he found his missing piece, and he eloped with drugs, the first to offer him their comfort, or the warmth of an embrace, and the first to be the sunshine upon his wearied face. And it was then that he lost the softness, for he kept that just for him. And as his light slowly flickered and gradually grew dim, the boy grew to a man, but still the boy within. Begging on the streets of Yorkshire, in a tattered threadbare coat, just hoping to reach his target of a £10 note. Enough to quench his feelings, enough to cure his rattle, enough to keep the dark at bay as his demons rode to battle. The young man times would rage, the others still would fall to weep, hoping upon hope to just never wake from sleep. Filthy, scratched and sinewy arms, interspaced with self-harm scars and tattoos of his kids' names. No one mourned his death of soul as his hatred turned to shame. And as he lay slowly dying, a thought unbidden came, that he should have died long ago instead of lived with so much pain. And as he began to wonder why it was just so hard to kill, his God began to make him see the truth that he was but a young man still. And then the young man pondered just where the hell God had always been. When his bludgeon battered life was plagued in his mind, screaming, God whispered, son, I never left you. But the devil had you in his thrall. And he made sure you never heard me, even when I called him son. Those who judge have failed to see the log that charms their eye. And as they cut a rock to beat their backs, the wounds come by the by, as they do the devil's work for him and judge a little boy. And as the dark one stood behind him and slowly left the scene, the young man began to heal his heart, and as his mind began to clear, he could sense the freedom, he could almost smell it was so near, but no one is an idol. And that much became clear, that the young man needed guidance to get away from here, to stamp the devil under heel and claw his way from hell. As God returned the soul to him that he had once tried to sell. And this story isn't fiction. And I just wanted you all here to know, and that in case you haven't already guessed it, that the story is my own. For I was that little boy, Now here I stand, a man, and listen, my friends, even just my survival has got to be part of a plan. For I can speak for those outside who haven't got a voice, still lost to their own hells, who feel they haven't got a choice, for it always ever was, and always will be thus. That one bird in the hand meets two in the bush, but it's the two we need to reach, to bring them back inside, to give them some direction, and to just give them a chance in life. If you really want to change the world in a way that could be truly monumental, well then, maybe we could all just start right here, right now, and trying to be a little less judgmental. Thank you.